On the first day of Christmas, a neighbor gave to me a candle to brighten my way. On the second day of Christmas, a barber gave to me 2 powdered wigs and a candle to brighten my way. On the third day of Christmas, a fiddler gave to me 3 violins,
2 powdered wigs,
and a candle to brighten my way. On the fourth day of Christmas, a baker gave to me 4 ginger men,
3 violins, 2 powdered wigs,
and a candle to brighten my way. On the fifth day of Christmas, a jeweler gave to me 5 golden rings,
4 ginger men, 3 violins, 2 powdered wigs,
and a candle to brighten my way. On the sixth day of Christmas, the weaver gave to me 6 woven baskets,
5 golden rings, 4 ginger men, 3 violins, 2 powdered wigs,
and a candle to brighten my way. On the seventh day of Christmas, the cooper gave to me 7 burley barrels,
6 woven baskets, 5 golden rings, 4 ginger men, 3 violins, 2 powdered wigs,
and a candle to brighten my way. On the eighth day of Christmas, the printer gave to me 8 Christmas stories,
7 burley barrels, 6 woven baskets, 5 golden rings, 4 ginger men, 3 violins, 2 powdered wigs,
and a candle to brighten my way. On the ninth day of Christmas, the spinner gave to me 9 spools of linen,
8 Christmas stories, 7 burley barrels, 6 woven baskets, 5 golden rings, 4 ginger men, 3 violins, 2 powdered wigs,
and a candle to brighten my way. On the 10th day of Christmas, the milliner gave to me 10 ladies' bonnets,
9 spools of linen, 8 Christmas stories, 7 burley barrels, 6 woven baskets, 5 golden rings, 4 ginger men, 3 violins, 2 powdered wigs,
and a candle to brighten my way. On the 11th day of Christmas, a blacksmith gave to me 11 lucky horseshoes,
10 ladies' bonnets, 9 spools of linen, 8 Christmas stories, 7 burley barrels, 6 woven baskets, 5 golden rings, 4 ginger men, 3 violins, 2 powdered wigs,
and a candle to brighten my way. On the 12th day of Christmas, the wheelwright gave to me 12 wheels a-turning, 11 lucky horseshoes, 10 ladies' bonnets, 9 spools of linen, 8 Christmas stories, 7 burley barrels, 6 woven baskets,
5 golden rings,
4 ginger men, 3 violins, 2 powdered wigs, and a candle to brighten my way.
Perry Como's Early American Christmas, with his special guest star, John Wayne, and his guests, Diana Canova, the winner of the Tchaikovsky International Competition, Eugene Fodor, Miss America, Kylene Barker, the College of William and Mary Choir, and the dancers, craftsmen, fife and drum corps, and people of Colonial Williamsburg.
newborn king to see. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Our finest gifts we bring. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. To lay before the king. Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Rum-pa-pum-pum. Rum-pa-pum-pum. So to honor him, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, when we come, little baby, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, I am a poor boy too, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. I have no gift to bring, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, that's fit to give a king, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum. Shall I play for you, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, on my drum? Mary nodded, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. The ox and lamb kept time, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. I played my drum for him, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. I played my best for him, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum. Then he smiled at me, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Me and my drum.
Merry Christmas, Perry.
Merry Christmas to you. And a Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas and welcome to our Christmas show from Colonial Williamsburg, the cradle of American democracy. Williamsburg today is just as you might have seen it on Christmas Day in the 18th century. Everybody's kind of hanging holly wreaths and singing carols and meeting at each other's homes. Of course, colonial homes didn't have the conveniences that we have today. You know, they had no electricity, no heating, no plumbing, no carpeting. Today, a place like that would easily go for $800 a month. 7 of our first 12 presidents were Virginians who lived and spent much time right here. This wonderful old house belonged to George Wythe. He was one of the 7 Virginians who signed the Declaration of Independence. George Washington, Patrick Henry often met here. Also Thomas Jefferson, who wrote the Declaration of Independence. Everything inside the Wythe house is just about as it was on Christmas Day 200 years ago. Let's go in and have a look. Virginia ham, chicken, string beans. Oh boy, and to think they did all this without a microwave oven. Now we're talking. Oh, trifles. Pecan pie. Looks like an Italian cake. Oh. Beats a partridge in a pear tree. Very good.
Thank you. Your kind words pleasure me.
Merry Christmas, Professor Witt.
Merry Christmas. Are we acquainted, sir?
Only by history.
May I have a name to call you by?
Como, Perry Como.
This is one of my young law students, Thomas Jefferson.
How do you do? Are you a Virginian?
No, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania. What is that old rascal Ben Franklin up to these days?
Well, he just invented a new pair of glasses. They're called bifocals.
To what purpose?
Old Ben says they're very practical. He can be at a party, kiss a young lady, and watch her husband at the same time. He's a character.
I've always respected Dr. Franklin's political philosophy. You know, our professors at William and Mary constantly quote him. He who lives without freedom lives without hope.
To be free of bondage or restraint.
To live under a government based on the consent of the people.
These are basic among all freedoms.
Something to remember this Christmas, Mr. Como.
I will. And of course, Christmas will always be a time for love in this house.
Sometimes in the morning, when shadows are deep, I lie there beside you, just watching you sleep. And sometimes I whisper what I'm thinking of. My cup runneth over with love. Sometimes in the evening, when you do not see, I study the small things you do constantly. I memorize moments that I'm fondest of. My cup runneth over with love. In only a moment, we both will be old. We won't even notice the world turning cold. And so in this moment, with sunlight above, my cup runneth over with love. With love, with
What a beautiful song. And you sing it beautifully.
Why, thank you, sir.
I wish I had something to give you, like a bouquet. How about a pineapple?
Oh, that's appropriate.
Really? I guess that's the reason it's here. What do you mean appropriate?
Pineapples are very rare in Virginia.
Really?
Yeah, it's a symbol of colonial hospitality and friendship.
I didn't know that.
If you brought me diamonds, if you brought me pearls, If you brought me roses like some other men might bring to other girls, it couldn't please me more than the gift I see. A pineapple for me.
If in your emotion you began this way, when to get some air or grab a chair to keep from fainting dead away, it couldn't please me more than to see you cling to the pineapple I bring.
I can hear those island breezes blow.
Genuine West Indies.
Yes, I know. Well, how am I to thank you?
Well, thank you sounds just great.
Would you like a slice?
Might be nice, but I'm just trying to watch my weight.
Then I shall leave it here, not to eat but see. A pineapple for me.
From me, a pineapple
For me.
Shall we?
Let's take a look at Williamsburg and see what there's to see in this handsome capital of the Virginia colony.
As you can see, Colonial Williamsburg had its last-minute Christmas shoppers, too. Of course, they had it much easier then. Gifts were only for children, servants, and the poor. And Christmas trees were unknown to the colonies. How lucky for them. They never knew what it was like trying to get a 10-foot Christmas tree into a trunk of a Volkswagen. Oh, they had holly wreaths and they had mistletoe.
It is beautiful. You have a very fine eye, sir. That bowl would be a fine addition to any gentleman's house. But beside my own wares, I do have this beautiful antique I'd like you to see.
Oh, it's graceful of line.
And a very romantic history. Louis XVI gave it to his queen, and she, in turn, gave it to Count de Fersen, and he gave it to the Duchess of Versailles.
Well, if none of those folks wanted it, you're not going to pawn it off on me.
That music box is a very unique piece.
It's lovely. Great craftsmanship.
It's beautiful.
And it plays early 16th century music. Excuse me, I have to help another customer.
16th century music?
Most interesting.
There you have it, sir. The latest edition of the Virginia Gazette.
I see that your lead story is on George Washington.
General Washington's a native son. We Virginians are very proud of him.
And you have reason to be. On Christmas night, 1776, General George Washington crossed the Delaware River with a detachment of artillery and troops and quickly and effectually surrounded the British forces occupying Trenton and forced them to lay down their arms in defeat.
And also in 1776, Washington defeated General Howe's forces at Harlem Heights. And in 1777, he defeated Cornwallis at Princeton. And shortly thereafter, at nearby Monmouth, he defeated the British and forced them to retreat.
Well, did this George Washington ever lose a battle?
No, and he never will. Not as long as I'm publishing this newspaper.
Pardon me, stranger.
Yes?
But in the spirit of the season, would you grant me a kindness?
I'll try.
Would you scratch me nose? Thank you, sir.
How did you ever get into a mess like this?
Well, it all happened at the tavern last night. I guess I had a tankard of ale too many, and the constable dragged me out. You see, he took umbrage at some of the things I was saying about Virginia.
Well, the Colonials should never talk down in Virginia. You know that.
Well, now, how was I to know that Virginia was a constable's wife?
Jalen, why don't you let the man out? It's Christmas, a holiday spirit. Get him out.
You gotta try.
That's right. Get him out.
All right, I'll let him go. But you'll have to serve your time after the holidays.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's what it's all about, folks. Peace on earth, goodwill towards men.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Kylene.
Welcome to Virginia.
Thank you. How's it feel to be the first woman from Virginia to win the Miss America contest?
Oh, personally, it's fantastic, but I'm glad I broke the ice for Virginia.
I know these folks are very proud of you.
Well, I hope so.
Tell you one thing, I don't think you could have won the swimsuit contest with that thing.
Oh, I'm dressed to go to the Christmas games. Aren't you going?
I plan to. I hear it's a lot of fun.
Yes, you'll love it. It's a tradition in Williamsburg. All the games the colonists played over 200 years ago, and they're still being played today.
Do they play bocce or anything like that?
No, nothing
No
like
bocce.
that.
Do we have any prizes?
Well, yeah, there's one big prize for the greased pole climb. It was the only chance a child had to get a real Christmas gift back then. The gift was a sack of silver awaiting the first child who reached the top of that pole.
Real money?
Well, I don't know about that.
I don't think we better televise this event then, because he's liable to have to pay some taxes on his winnings.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's go join them.
I'd like to.
All right.
You going my way?
Sure am.
a man who lives in Williamsburg, and he was heading for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling to Savannah's sunny shores. Up and down the old Atlantic, things are getting mighty frantic. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. Oh, no matter how far away you roam, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home. For the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home.
Good evening, sir.
God bless all in this house.
Let me help you with your coat.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Perry.
John, Merry Christmas to you.
Nice
Boy,
to see you.
Thank you. You look wonderful in that tuxedo.
Oh, well, thanks. It's kind of confusing. I couldn't find a place to put my gun belt. What a magnificent room. Governor's Palace, eh?
And just to think of the great men that visited here, John. People like George Washington, George Mason, James Monroe.
All the men who shaped the destiny of our country. And Patrick Henry and Thomas Jefferson lived right here when they served as governor of the great Commonwealth of Virginia. They missed a few Christmases, though, serving their country.
It's a tough thing being away for Christmas.
Yeah, I found this letter, Perry, from a young militiaman to his mother. It's dated December the 20th, 1758. Honored Mother, I write this letter by campfire light high above a broad river known as the Ohio. Tonight our colonel informed us a courier will be leaving for Williamsburg at dawn's light. If God keeps him safe, you should receive this letter soon. It snowed hard all yesterday and continued through the night. Our soldiers are numb with cold and much fatigued from our skirmishes with the French and the Indians. But we take heart with the knowledge that we have kept them from setting foot on Virginia's soil. Rather than engaging the enemy, how I wish I were using my rifle as I did last Christmas, going into the woods, shooting down mistletoe from the high trees in the forest, watching my brother and sister gather the holly and ivy to put in Bruton Parish Church. I remember the rhyme you taught us, holly and ivy, box and bay, put in the church on Christmas Day. Although tormented by thoughts of home, I find tranquility in my commitment. Every young man has to reach out to something. I hope that peace comes soon and that I can return to you and my beloved Williamsburg. Your obedient son, Matthew. That's quite a letter, Matthew.
Try to remember the kind of September when life was slow and oh so mellow. Try to remember the kind of September when grass was green and grain was yellow. Try to remember the kind of September when you were a tender and callow fellow. Try to remember, and if you remember, then follow.
Try to remember when life was so tender that no one wept except the willow. Try to remember when life was so tender that dreams were kept beside your pillow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember the fire of September that made us mellow.
Deep in December, our hearts should remember and follow.
That was beautiful. The only way to top that is to swing into a good old Virginia reel.
shillings, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what about 4 shillings then? 4 shillings, sir. What about 5? 5 shillings. What about 6 shillings? 6 shillings. What about 7 shillings? 7. I've got 7. Here we are for the lovely lady right here. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, here we have an apothecary jar. Do I have 2 shillings? 2 shillings. 2 shillings. Thank you. What about 3 shillings, ladies and 3 shillings. What about 4? 4 shillings.
Months ago, we planted our seeds. We planned this in advance. We had to be ready for holiday time. We couldn't take a chance. And now our fruits and vegetables are standing in a row. And all of our utensils are ready, set to go. We're cooking a holiday meal. We're cooking a holiday meal. We're slicing and dicing to make this enticing, inventing new dishes that will be delicious. We're cooking a holiday meal. We're cooking a holiday meal. With all the trimmings and all the care and the culinary zeal. We're hurrying, worrying, last minute scurrying, cooking a holiday meal. Let's see if the menu is all complete. We must be sure there's plenty to eat. We're cooking for people with hearty appetites. A beautiful roasted turkey stuffed with kumquats and grapes. A pheasant and duckling leave room for the suckling pig. A helping of sweet potatoes and cornbread will be ruining our shapes. Oh, this could be the start of someone big. Pumpkin pies and mince pies and rum pies and tarts. A gingerbread house and a pretty plum pudding as well. Some eggnog or a thimble of grog before the gluttony starts. And this is called a croquembouche de Noël. We're cooking a holiday meal. We're cooking a holiday meal. With all the trimmings and all the care and the culinary zeal. We're hurrying, worrying, last minute scurrying, cooking a holiday meal.
The boys hand in hand bear I, bedecked with bays and rosemary. And I pray you, my masters, be merry, protestis in convivio. Caput apri de ferro, Raidens laudes domino. Here we come a-wassailing among the leaves of green. Here we come a-wandering so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you at Christmas too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year.
I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning.
And with the sail the ships all 3 on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. And with the sail the ships all 3 on Christmas Day in the morning.
Ho, they sailed away to Bethlehem on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. They sailed away into Bethlehem on Christmas Day in the morning.
And what was in those ships all 3 on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? And what was in those ships all 3 on Christmas Day in the morning?
The Virgin Mary and Christ were there on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. The Virgin Mary and Christ was there on Christmas Day in the morning.
Then let us all rejoice, amen, on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Then let us all rejoice, amen, on Christmas Day in the morning. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Good tidings to you wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good job.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! 2 shillings, what about 3? 3 shillings, what about 4, sir? 4 sold, sir.
gracia plena. Maria, gracia plena. Maria, gracia plena. Ave, ave Dominus, Dominus tecum. Benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris, ventris tui, Iesus. Ave Maria. Ora pro nobis peccatoribus, ora pro nobis, ora pro nobis peccatoribus. Et in hora mortis, in hora mortis nostrae, in hora mortis nostrae, in hora mortis From all of us to all of you, good night.